Okay, so Saiyan Day is next week, and what I want to do before we get into Saiyan Day is kind of show you guys a custom concept that I'm going to be doing for this Saiyan Day. We are going to be trying to do a fire Saiyan Day, one that's going to get the people moving. We're going to be making waves with this one, and here it is. I just want to have the wiki open for a bit, but we are going to transition to a couple of things that I did. I did like a little graphic for the banner and then a little graphic for the EZA that we're going to be talking about. So there's going to be one significant EZA coming out of Saiyan Day, and then there's going to be one big Dokkan Festival banner that we are going to be talking about. So first things first, Saiyan Day missions. We don't really need to talk about these. In the login bonus, it'll be the same idea. We get a custom amount of stones per day. We get a custom amount of stones and meat and kais and all the fun missions that you do. Just the typical campaign stuff. Do your extreme Z battles, do the stamina, clear events, all that crazy stuff. Things that you are used to seeing. And then we have the Dokkan Festival. Now, there were a lot of picks that we could have went for Saiyan Day, but with the introduction of the Worthy Rivals and GT Heroes Super Battle Road stages on JP, to me, that gives a clear, maybe not a clear indication, but a decent hint as to what we can expect for the Dokkan Festival. So who did I pick for the Dokkan Festival? We went with the good old-fashioned Vegeta. So here is what we're going to be looking at. This is the custom banner that I cooked up. We have Dokkan Festival Vegeta. There's the SSR. We use the Legends EX Trunks art, just something there. Banner unit GT Trunks. That'll be the banner. And then when we look at the featured units, we know how this usually goes. We look at prior year Saiyan Day, and then we have the Tanabata LR returning during Saiyan Day. So the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku, is going to be the best friend for this Vegeta. That should be fairly obvious. The previous year Saiyan Day unit of Physical God Goku will be coming back, so that'll be good for a lot of people. He is an okay leader skill, right? Not the best in the world, but it can work. We've got Int Majin Vegeta. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Int Majin Vegeta will be returning on this banner, as well as the Int Broly. Now, Int Broly's EZA, I don't feel that is his time. If we want to look at like the period, absolutely, but if we want to look at like the theme of the celebration, I don't think they do that one. I think all in all, it's not going to be his little moment to EZA, but it would make sense if they do give him an EZA during the celebration. I just don't see it happening. Now, AGL Bardock, you guys know, if you are familiar with the Dokkan loop, that the AGL Bardock is going to be EZAing over here on JP, coming up, I believe, tomorrow or the next day after I'm recording this. I believe it's on the 12th is when he's going to be getting his EZA. And then we have the New Year's Physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I just wanted to find a pure Saiyan because I don't really see them doing non-pure Saiyans for Saiyan Day, where originally I had like I think the GT androids here, but then I thought about it. I'm like, no, they're not a Saiyan. That wouldn't make any sense for the Saiyan Day banner. So we talked about Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who I think is going to be a phenomenal linking partner for this Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I'm sure they're going to work out very well. Vegeta's probably going to be the slot 2 unit for the slot 1 Goku, even though Super Saiyan 4 Goku on JP is not really the slot 1 unit that he was on Global, where a lot of people watching this video are playing. I think that rotation would work out just fine. We have SDR Super Vegeta, who I think would be a good EZA if they decide to do more than one EZA, but I don't see them doing that one. I have another pick for GT units for the EZA, so I'm sure you can predict who those are coming up in a moment. And then we have AGL Kale making another rerun just because she's a decent Dokkan Fest that is a pure Saiyan. Maybe it works out nicely with the Caulifla rerun, but on Global, the problem is she just reran on the Androids banner, so I'm not sure. But with the way that the things have been working with the sync, I could definitely see that one coming sooner rather than later. It's just the way they've been doing things lately. People have been, or not people, but the Global kind of side of things has been very sketchy, or very hectic, right? Where we just have like Dokkan Fest being put out one after another. So maybe some overlap with previous banners could potentially be happening at the pace that they are at. So with this being shared, I could see it happening, but maybe Kale is somebody on JP and then it's not Kale over on Global, but who knows. But the main banner unit, like I said, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, I didn't do a custom unit concept. I just wanted to do the headlining unit overall because I feel that that would be kind of the safest way to go about it. So GT Trunks would be the kind of banner unit for this. Now, Saiyan Day, I'm thinking back to previous years where who was the banner unit for Broly? I don't think they did a banner unit for Broly, if I'm not mistaken. That or I'm just missing. Let me actually pull that up real quick. That's right. It was the STR Trunks. So they tend to do hybrid Saiyans in these spots because in 2022 we had the STR Trunks and Goten unit that kind of mimicked the physical Dokkan Fest that we got from the Bio Broly movie. So I could definitely see that one happening, but we shall see. All in all, I'm not really, too sure on what the banner unit could be, but like I said, they like to do hybrid Saiyans in that spot, but last year we got one from the same episode, that being Super Saiyan Vegeta, the how dare you, that's my Bulma Vegeta. That could potentially be a spot. So this is the banner that I'd like to see. I think this would be a very good banner if we just look at the quality of it. We have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, we got God Goku, Bardock who's going to EZA soon. We have Broly, who could potentially, it's like Super Vegeta, Broly, they're all kind of in like that little easy A window where it's like it could happen any day now. And then Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a bit of a ways out, but not the worst unit to have on the banner. So I think the value here is decent. But as a global player, I would say that it's probably not worth summoning on, but we are trying to make this fire. So this is the banner. I think this is a W banner, but with the 9th anniversary context, it is tough to say that. So let's go ahead and move on to the Extreme Z battle that we cooked up over here, and that is the GT Golden Week units. Now, I'm sure you guys saw this coming. GT Vegeta, GT Goku, here we go. I'm sure that the GT Vegeta is going to have some sort of GT Goku kind of restriction within his kit somewhere, and if these guys easy A and they are phenomenal, then we could see, because these guys had some pretty crazy power when they came out, right? GT Goku with Rainbow, with his orbs and stuff like that, can easily put up an impressive attack stat, and then GT Vegeta also kind of held it down defensively. He aged up enough to the point, where he was runnable all the way up until like the red zone, like the third drop of the red zone stages over during the 7th anniversary, right? So it's like, you think about units that would get like a big buff during this. I think these guys easy A's would work out very nice for the GT Hero team, because they would probably be phenomenal floaters with their Rainbow Orb changing ability and stuff like that, especially when you line them up with someone like GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, the Dokkan Fest that we talked about. I could easily see this being something that works out very nicely. So I think these easy A's would be good if we had like sub easy A's. I'm not too sure who would sub easy A during this, some type of GT units. Maybe like the Trunks and Goten, as well as the Goku, or not Goku, the Goten and Gohan, I think would be two solid choices for the sub easy A's that would come on this one. But usually the way that these sub easy A's work, if we go back to the browser, this is, you can see us pulling up the banners, but we had the LR Easy A right down here. Where are we at? So we'll talk about this in a moment, but the Extreme Z battle, you can see we had sub easy A's and then a new Extreme Z. Oh, that's right. The new Extreme Z battle. Yeah, we also had the easy A's for all the other ones, right? So we would also have like easy A's for just like any GT unit. When you think about it, some of the pan options that we have, some of the GT Goku like base form options and stuff like that, we would really just get more GT sub easy A awakenings and stuff like that. Because you can see here, if we click on this, I forgot that this was a like a whole thing that happened during the celebration, right? This Extreme Z battle, you can see we fought enemies like this. So this would easy A characters like Whis, it easy A this God Goku, this Beerus, this Vegeta. So really like anybody from that GT that's kind of like a sub banner unit at this point that you pull all these times, it still is a troll. But now we would be getting something like that. So there would be a GT Extreme Z battle that easy A's 5 characters. And then when you pull this up right here, we also have the sub easy A. Let's see if we can pull this up. So it would be like something else with a GT easy A. A GT TUR that easy A'd like a long time ago. That would be tough to say. Maybe they'd be like, they don't really do sub easy A's for like units like what's the word that I'm looking for? Units like for LR easy A's, excuse me. That would be where that would go. But you can see here we have stuff like that. I think we should get some new. Maybe we get one more ESBR stage or maybe another SBR stage, because JP just got them, but it is potential that we get more. You see we have right here, we have burst mode. I think the burst mode would be for the Golden Week units. That would probably be what I'd see. The story event, that's whatever. It would be just another rerun of the GT story events. We have a bunch of those. Peton, a stage of infinite Dragon Ball history, and then this is where things get interesting, because we no longer have Chain Battle. So where would that be? I'm not sure. What would go in this spot? Maybe another story event, maybe a Dragon Ball story event that goes up in the tab, like the separate tab. That's a good question. You know, when I designed this, I saw this at the end, right? Well, like, what in the world could replace Chain Battle? Because like Global is in the middle of their last Chain Battle right now. So I'm not sure, but let me know down below what you guys think of this custom Saiyan Day celebration. Just to recap, we have the Dokkan Festival Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta with the banner units on the left side, and then the banner unit, the premium unit on the right side, being the EX, or not EX, the base form Trunks of Dokkan Awakened, like the Super Saiyan Trunks. Why am I saying that? The Extreme Z battle would be for the GT Goku as well as the GT Vegeta from Golden Week of what was that, 3 years ago? Wow. And then looking at the kind of other stuff, we have login missions, we have special missions, or login bonuses, special missions, a Dokkan Festival, we have sales, we're not worried about those here. We've got Extreme Super Battle Road coming, we have another Extreme Z battle, this would be the GT Golden Week, we have a GT Extreme Z battle, Extreme Z Awakening 5 GT units, and then we also have a burst mode for the GT Vegeta event, we have a reopening of a story event, we have no Peton, we have a new stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history, and then some type of story event here to kind of commemorate GT. So Let me know what you guys think down below of this custom Saiyan Day celebration. What do you guys expect from the Saiyan Day? I think this would be a really good case scenario. And yeah, so like I said, let me know down below, do all the fun things, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.